Hey guys, and welcome to KJC Esports Into the Scene. My name is Gen, and for this video we are going to be having a little chat with Imcarnus. He is a professional Valorant player for Kantic Gaming here in the SEA, over at Vietnam. But he wasn't always from around here. He is actually from France. So let's hear his story and maybe find out more. So, Imcarnus, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, I can.
I wanted to ask you something, As best friends since 4 days ago, would you like to be interviewed?
Yeah, I want.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, man. So, enough of that. Hey, Imcarnus, how are you? I just heard you came from practice as well. I hope you don't mind the snacks and drinks KJC prepared for you. Imaginary cookies and milk. We got here on the side. So, hey, man.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, I'm all good, and I am excited for this interview here at
Me too.
KJC. So let's do a little bit of an introduction for you and get people watching to know about who is Imcarnus.
Well, my name is Ilian, aka Imcarnus. I'm a French Valorant professional player. And indeed, I am French, but I live in Asia, more precisely in Thailand. And that's like I'm professional on the game since the release of it because I joined Cerberus back then. And I was also an ex-professional CSGO player, part of Team Chief before as well. So yeah, that's basically me.
Hey, all right, so there you go. What do you actually do in life, or is it just pro?
In real life, no, not just pro. I am part of family business, in Thailand. So I work for that as well, yeah.
I see. That's why. Is it something personal, or can I ask about it?
No, we have an hotel actually.
A hotel?
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds good. In Thailand.
Yeah, in Thailand, yeah.
All right, so if I visit Thailand, I'll just contact you.
Sure.
Okay. All right, I know we're all gamers here, right? So how long have you been playing games?
Extremely long.
Extremely long.
Like if I listen to my father, I play since I'm 3-4 because he's also a gamer.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds cool. Gamer
Yeah.
family.
Yeah, and then I always play on his knees,
Wow,
So
that's cool.
yeah, back then. So yeah, that's where all started, for me.
Oh, I see. Normally you'd have the kids sitting in front of you while driving, but you're gaming at the computer.
Yeah, I was.
So I'm actually a bit curious here, why Imcarnus? How did you come up with that name?
I took this game from Dragon Quest. I don't know if you know what it is.
Dragon Quest?
Yeah,
I do.
it's
a RPG, right?
RPG, yeah. And then there was a monster in the game named Imcarnus, but I just changed the name a bit. Normally it was an N instead of an M. It was Imcarnus, and then I just changed the M. And then fun fact though, everyone think it's Imcarnus,
Yeah.
which is not. Actually, it's not. But since everyone has said it, I'm like, okay, you know what? Let's just say it like this. So everyone is calling me Carnus most of the time because they think the I'm is I am.
Hey, yeah, actually, now that you mention it, it does kind of sound like I am Carnus, and then is it just Carnus? So it's just Imcarnus. Do you have a nickname to how people call you, or is it just do they call you the full-on Imcarnus?
No, they say Carnus, or the French people we say Imca, and personal we say Ilian, of course.
Well, yeah. All right, so hey, I'm Gen, so I'm one of the casters of KJC. For your
nice to meet
information.
you.
Hey, nice to meet you too. But anyway, it's not about me. We're talking about you here. So
Yeah.
I'm sure there has to be a lot of difficulty for you as someone coming from France and now in Thailand. There has to be language barriers and whatnot. How do you deal with these things or obstacles?
In real life or esport career?
We can talk about esports first.
Yeah, esports. Well, to be fair, I came in Thailand in 2014, so more than 7 years ago now.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, and when I came in, I was already a fan of esports. I was already a CS player, so I came here and then I continued to play CS:GO. But at that time, when I came to Asia, I realized something. There was not any like international team here. Most of the team at that time was like national team, you know, like full Philippines, full Thai, full Vietnam, full Singapore, you know. So it was extremely hard extremely hard for me to find team because I can only speak English at that time. Now
true.
I can speak Thai now.
Oh, really?
I could join a Thai team now, by the way, but for the moment I'm not in Thai team, but I could join maybe in the future, who knows.
Hey.
But when I came in before, I didn't speak Thai, so I only speak English, and then it was really hard to find a team because I could only play with Singapore player. Most of the time it was Singapore player at the beginning.
Oh, I see. Like, so how did you learn Thai? Like school?
In school. Yeah, school and by myself.
Oh, that's like hard work right there. I want to go pro. I'm in this different country. Let's do it.
Yeah, we have no choice. There is no choice. Yeah, I needed to speak Thai there.
How is it living in Vietnam and playing pro as well, if you don't mind me asking? Like,
you mean living in Thailand? You mean?
Oh, Thailand. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I prefer to live here than yeah. I really love to live here. You know, I don't want to come back to France. Yeah.
I see. Is there a reason for that, or?
Everything, the life, the people, like the quality of life, everything. I prefer here.
Oh, that sounds cool. Now I really want to visit Thailand.
But regarding the team, it's good also. I think we will talk about it later, why Vietnamese team and stuff, but actually speaking, it's going good, like communication and stuff, it's going good. We all speak English, by the way, in the team, so it's good.
I see.
Yeah.
So there's also like situations in Vietnam, like you mentioned last minute changes in tournaments and whatnot. Like, isn't it usually awkward to deal with these? Like, are you used to it at this point?
I mean, it's kind of the way, I guess, of doing it here, you know, like there's a lot of last minute thing here, you know, like in a Vietnamese competition. For some reason, we receive information pretty late every time, like one day ago or even the hour before sometimes. So yeah, it's not like it's a bit different compared to the other country, but I'm used to it now, so that's fine.
You're just used to like,
Yeah.
Oh, 1 minute. Yeah, that's okay. You got it. Oh man. All right, moving on. Like, I know you've got quite a history with CSGO. So you've played pro and been in teams like, as you said, Team Shift.
Yeah.
I know people have their love-hate relationship with Counter-Strike. But what made your mind to make the switch to Valorant?
Okay, long story here.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, so of course I didn't go pro directly. Like I've been amateur for nearly like 3 years. Yeah, nearly 4 years of just doing team, trying to create international project. You know, like at some point I just put myself in my head like, okay, I cannot find team because of the language barrier, so I'm just gonna create my own.
Oh, okay.
So I had a routine which was checking into qualifier, looking some demo of team, and then just checking the player who are like outstanding, even if they get first round or whatever, and contacted them. And I was like, okay, you want to try international project? There is none of that in Asia and stuff.
Wow.
And then I just keep doing this for 3 years. I play with some players that are pro right now. Like if you check the CSGO scene, there's a player like Raf who starts to get known by my team. There's player like Benaf on Valorant who went in Paper X, team like this, who I team with him also back then, because I created project like this and pick players, you know, and ask them.
Cool.
Yeah, and then there was a small team. We tried to do international project with a professional org in France, but there was some internal issue with the org, etc. So unfortunately, it was quickly cut off. But basically, back in 2000, end of 2019, one of the players of Team Shift, whose name is Toz, he can speak French. He's Vietnamese, but he can speak French. So he came talk to me and he was like, you know, we want to try something new. We want to bring in-game leader. I forget to mention I'm in-game leader.
Yay!
that's important. Yeah, but so they wanted to bring like some new things. And first, before I was in a break, so they just tell me, you want to coach first maybe? And then I say, okay, you know what, let's try coaching. But I quickly enter the lineup. Like in 1 week, they wanted me to be an in-game leader, and then yeah, I mean, it was the first time in Vietnam that something like this happened. Like 4 Vietnamese with 1 foreigner, full English communication.
Whoa.
And yeah, so that's basically my longest period as a pro on CS:GO with Team Shift. And yeah, I mean, it went extremely well. We have one of the best results since Team Shift have been created. So I'm kind of proud about that. Despite all the problem, because they were all in the gaming house, I could not go to the gaming house yet because there was some issue, and then the COVID came also.
Oh, yeah.
It was complicated.
Big problem.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, and yeah, all communication in English, like I said. There is some player in the team that didn't speak English at all. They have to learn English for that.
It's
So
their turn to learn.
yeah, it was complicated, but we deal with it. And then yeah, after there's the transition to Valorant. You want I talk about it?
Yeah, go ahead.
So basically, we were not supposed to switch to Valorant, but we did because we were in contact with Cerberus Esports, who is like probably the biggest org in Vietnam right now. And we have a talk with them, we have some contact with them, and then it was like, okay, we are interested with your lineup, but you will have to switch to Valorant. It was like this, you know.
Oh, I see. So you guys went for it.
Yeah, we actually decided to went for it. Not all of us. Actually 3 of us. Like 1 player did not want to go because he did not believe in Valorant, which was a mistake because I mean he moved anyway. He moved anyway. And then the other one was unfortunately could not enter Cerberus because he still has school, and Cerberus is like really structured and professional with like full schedule, etc. He could not make it, so we only 3 of us went there, and then Cerberus find us 2 other players from different game, tried to make a lineup on Valorant, and that's how I moved there. I didn't come back because anyway CS:GO in Asia right now is in a really bad state.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, and I don't want to go anywhere because I really like Valorant as it is right now. Like as an in-game leader and tactician, I really love to spend time trying to find new shit, trying to create strat, trying to create new ideas. You know, I really like that. So I don't want to move away, and I will not move away. For sure, I will stay on the game.
I love the enthusiasm. Such a motivating story as well as IGL here, yeah. Mr. Imcarnus. Hey.
I mean, in my life, I'm always like, I always have this like mentality of being captain, like with my friend, whatever. I always like lead things, like, oh guys, we go there, and they're all like, okay, we go there, you know. I always, you know. So when I come in a team, I take a lot of space. Not gonna lie, but I guess it works until then. So yeah, I mean, I continue on this way. I'm always open to being in a team in one day and not being an in-game leader. I'm fine, you know. But as of now, I'm always been an in-game leader. Except one team in CS:GO when I was not an in-game leader, but just one because I wanted to try to not being an in-game leader. It was my choice.
It was your choice too. Ooh.
Yeah, just to try. But yeah, at the end, I just came back to IGL again.
Sounds like you really enjoy being IGL actually, and people love you being IGL.
Yeah. I think they did. I think they do actually.
A little humble man here.
No. I think they do. I mean, even the project Kantic Gaming that I have right now, it's me who want to try a new challenge, you know. Because this team, like many people ask me, like, why are you in this team? You know, like, what's the point? Because this team is particular. You know, it's like just a young player and me. That's the point of the team. And I just wanted to have a new challenge where I knew I could create a team based on young player and make them improve. Like it was really my objective with Kantic Gaming, and that's where, by the way, I created the whole team with Kantic Gaming.
I see. So that's how you made the switch to Kantic Gaming.
Yeah. So basically, Kantic Gaming. I mean, first we were not Kantic Gaming. I created the org with a French manager who I know pretty well, and then we create a brand around it. We make like many things around it. Even right now, like we're in contact with some sponsors and stuff. So it's going to the right direction. But yeah, the project when I got like when Cerberus and me part ways, I did not really get removed. It's just like things in the team were problematic because of COVID, etc. I could not go to their gaming office, and some player wanted to speak again Vietnamese and stuff, and many issues back then.
I see.
Yeah, so I got proposition for some big team, and I declined them, which can be surprise. I cannot say who.
Okay.
But yeah, I got proposition, and then I decided. I said, you know what? I just want to try to create my own project, and then I created Kantic Gaming with only young player. First, I didn't know which nationality, but it came again to Vietnam. Don't ask me why. It's like this, and then yeah, we went from not beating Diamond Team in a game to qualifying for every big event now in a matter of 6 months. So that requires some patience from me, of course. Yeah. Sometimes it was sometimes it give me doubt, like, did I make a good choice, you know? Like going with this young. But now at the end, I'm just really proud of what I'm doing right now. I think it's a good example of, like, you know, if you hard work, you can accomplish things, you know? When you have the right player, the right mindset, it can go pretty well. And I just think that if in the past 6 months we have this like big gap of improvement, what's the next 6 months gonna be, you know? That's just how I see the things.
Oh, that is so cool. All right, I'm loving the atmosphere here. Speaking of coming up in tournaments, we've got the VTO, right? Valorant Tournament 1, hosted by KJC. And you'll be... I have a question, actually. I've noticed under the VLR.gg, it says you're coach for Kantic Gaming. Are you still coach or you're playing now?
No, basically what happened is that the VCT Vietnam finals were in LAN. Like same in Korea, you know. So it's the only country with Korea who the finals were in LAN, and obviously COVID, I cannot go there. So we work really hard for that, and then just like when everything is announced, like we see it's in LAN. Okay. And then so we had to find a stand-in pretty quick because last minute thing in Vietnam, you know, like the qualifier was announced like 3 days after there was already the qualifier, so we had only like 3 or 4 days to find the stand-in.
And then it was a LAN coming up too, right?
Yeah. So the qualifier was in LAN also, which is really the first time I saw that. I think I never see a qualifier in LAN.
Actually, especially with the situation now.
Yeah. And then so they did everything with a stand-in, and then I just coach, except the LAN, the final, obviously, because I cannot coach from my home. It would be a bit too OP, you know. but yeah. So they in the Valorant GD they moved me to coach because of the announcement of the Facebook Valorant Esport Vietnam, who read me as a coach, obviously, because I was technically a coach. But no, I'm not a coach. I'm the IGL of the team, always been, and it was just for this small VCT thing that I just, you know.
Okay, so that answers that question for anyone who's wondering out there. All right, so going back to the tournament coming up, we've announced a few confirmed teams. I know Kantic Gaming is in it already as well. And then there's Cerberus as well, right? Yeah. So that's your ex-team, or is it? Not really?
It's ex, I would say ex-org, because there's only one player from the old team where I was in. It's all have changed right now. Even the management has changed, because when I went in, it was kind of a trial for them, you know, like
I see.
how to take care of a team on Valorant, and everything didn't went that smoothly, you know. I'm not gonna go into details, but there were some mistakes were made, I would say.
Okay.
And then as of now, I think they really fixed everything, and so the team now is pretty competitive, you know. In Vietnam, at least. In Southeast Asia, that's a good occasion to see it, I guess. But yeah, I mean, no. After, you know, play Cerberus or another team, for me, is same, you know. I have nothing to prove to Cerberus, you know. To be fair.
See. Okay.
So it's another team, it's another management. So, you know, just the name is the same, but
it's kind of different thing, right?
Yeah.
I see. So you'll be coming up against them, and as well, Fancy United, your rival at every tournament.
It's really funny, actually. Like basically, the story with them is I mean, I call them rival, but it's not really a rival, you know. It's just that we meet in a Vietnamese qualifier,
Many
and then
times.
I think we meet them 4 times total already in short time, huh? Like in 2 months. 2 months we meet them 4 times, and we always in their group or always in their side of the bracket. It is how it is.
Every single time in the brackets, you
Yeah.
guys will keep, I wonder what
Yeah.
happens next month or this month. I mean,
and yeah, we always play each other, but the rivalry, I would say, came from a qualifier. We played them, and then it was like they destroyed us in scrim 2 or 3 days before, and we won them in the qualifier. And then there was a tension between one of my players who unfortunately wrote something in the chat, and then them, and then the rivalry come from here. But I don't have any bad blood with them. I mean, I talk with the manager sometimes, like a really nice person. Like there's no problem with them whatsoever. But it's just funny that we always play each other, and it's always 50-50. Always 50-50. Like we play them, we win, we lose.
what's the current
50-50.
score? Like you said, you fought 4 times, so it's 2-2. Actually, 2-2. Okay, it's a tiebreaker this last
Yeah.
week, coming soon. All
Yeah.
right. Whew. All right. So there's one more thing I noticed. You posted recently in your Twitter in params.gg, right?
Yeah.
Showcases your peripherals and settings. I want to ask, I saw something very interesting. Why is W your hotkey for ultimate ability? You know, because normally people have W as their rush B no stop button.
I know why, but I'm gonna explain it. I have a QWERTY keyboard, but I switch it to AZERTY on Windows. You know, AZERTY is the French keyboard.
Oh.
You can look for it in Google. You will see.
Oh.
And then W is instead of the Z on the QWERTY keyboard.
I see.
So it makes more sense. So no, I still forward with W, but as I put my my AZERTY option, and maybe I should change them actually. Required, right? I should change them to I should change them to less confusion. But yeah, no, it's just like my 4 buttons from the downstairs are my capability, but I like W, you know, WASD normal. But there's just one settings that I cannot put, and I say the admin, I say you guys should put this. I play inverted mouse, and this is not common.
You play inverted mouse, so
Yeah.
the buttons, the left and right buttons are switched.
No, like when you go to the down, the camera
goes
goes to
up.
the up.
Whoa! wait, what happened? What's the story? Why do you play an inverted mouse?
My father play like this, I get used to it.
It's his fault.
I didn't switch back. I tried to switch one day, just like, oh, everyone is playing normal, you know, but like I'm just saying, yeah, you know what, no, it's me, you know, so I'm not gonna change it, you know. There's actually another player, like famous player in CSGO played like this, is Maniac, you know.
It's Maniac plays inverted as well?
Yeah, Maniac play inverted, yeah.
Alright, team inverted mouse, let's go. Oh, that's fun to see. So just to confirm, your abilities are actually normal. Like you're playing, you're moving around with the ASD and
it's ZXCV.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the WASD for move.
Okay, so you just use your thumb for choosing your abilities, so to say.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Wait, how do you jump? Spacebar or mouse wheel?
Space.
Spacebar.
Kind of.
So.
In terms of mechanic, I'm fast enough to check between abilities, so that's fine.
Oh, there we go. Little flex coming out. Okay, so a little extra thing while I was digging, you know, I did a bit of a dive and found an interesting interesting video on YouTube. Okay, it was from the year 2011.
Oh, no.
Oh, you know about it. Okay, I was about to ask about your IGN was there, you know.
It's
baby Imcarnus was there.
Yeah,
was he in or not in the video?
It was extremely baby Imcarnus there. Like it was, you know, it was the year 2010, 2011. I was playing CS Source at that time, you know. But this video, you know, it was the moment when like some people start to do YouTube video and stuff like this, and then I was with my friend. I said, all right, let's try some kind of video, and then yeah, it's baby Carnus there. It's definitely baby Carnus.
There we go. A little handsome boy. All right, so that's that. That clears that. That clears the story of.
I could have asked you to do it, but I never deleted because it's just funny. I leave it here. Sometimes I watch it again, or some people watch it. They're like, "Oh, saw this video," and I'm like, "Yeah, I know."
Is it you? Yeah.
no regrets. Let's go.
Okay, so we're public. We'll see about it. Do you mind us posting it or?
Let them search for it.
Okay. All right, guys. You heard him. If you want us to try to search Imcarnus at YouTube, you'll probably find him. All right. We're just about done. A little more. Let's start chilling more with go with the easier questions. Like, out of curiosity, how would you, as someone from France, pronounce this word that I sent you on your DM?
Oh, let me check. Croissant.
Croissant. Oh, wait. I have to learn this. Croissant? Did I say it right?
Yes. Yeah, croissant.
Alright, so it's a croissant. Because a lot of people say croissant, croissant, like a croissant.
The accent. Yeah, croissant, yeah.
Okay, so do you have to do like a croissant or just is croissant?
Croissant, like this, straight.
Just straight. Do you like croissant?
Like it. It's the normal breakfast in France.
Oh, I see. So what about there in Thailand?
In Thailand, I don't know if there's really a breakfast. People eat the midday or the night day for breakfast. So
welcome to Asia, my friend.
Yeah.
Okay, so there you go. Okay, next, how do you a little out of the box questions? Actually, before that, there's someone who actually asked me to ask you, how do you get good in Valorant? As coming like your IGL, you've got all these strats, you've got all these moves.
My IGL side or individual side? Well, I could say both.
Okay.
IGL side, but the thing is, IGL like since a really, really long time. Even when I was like 14 on CS Source like stuff, I was IGLing, like with the kids, like kids IGL, like, and I mean. It's just with experience, when I start IGL, I was like terrible, just making like really bad call and stuff. But
rush.
And but yeah, I mean, after it's experience, it's honestly speaking what make me improve as an IGL. In terms of tactics first, it's obviously watching a lot of matches and not just watching it, like there's some people who just gonna tell you, hey, watch this match, it's gonna help you improve. Yeah, but that's not enough, like really watching the detail. The timings between players, what's happening on the map. I'm more focused on the map when I look VOD or demo or whatever than the POV in itself. To see what's happening, to see the timing, the double peak, the crossfire and stuff. And then after I just look a lot of it, long time, like back in 2015, 2016, I was looking CSGO matches for 4-5 hours by day, like the night at 2, 3, 4 a.m. I was like really looking this a lot to really like, just understanding everything. And then after, I saw strats. Sometime in the past, I was copying them. Now I don't really copy. I'm just like modifying them at the way my team is playing, like the playstyle of my team. But yeah, I mean, watching a lot of demo, a lot of VOD, that's for sure. Understanding what's happening, like you can ask yourself the question, like a small exercise, like, oh, why this player do this? And then you're supposed to have the answer. If you don't have the answer, then try to find it, and then we help you get experience, And obviously trialing on the field, like with the team, you trial call, you see the call failed, you need to understand why it's failed, you look your demo, you see what went wrong, or this player didn't do his thing, blah blah blah. Then after you get experience step by step like this, simple as that. And as of today, I mean, I think I'm really operational of understanding how a team works. After with Kantic Gaming, obviously it's different because I have young players, so I still teach them all the basic and stuff.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, learn the basic. After you can go in more advanced thing, and after like you can try to create your own game, your own identity, And obviously the second part of IGL is not like just being good at tactics. You need to be a captain,
Oh, that's
you need to be strong with your player when you have to be strong. You need to be chill with them when you have to be chill. You need to like always trying to be like a mentor to them, always trying to like find the good things for them, the good fit, like not forcing player to play this, etc. Like always bring them to the good way. There was some player in Kantic that wanted to leave. There are some players that have really bad moods, that were sad sometimes, and you need to talk to them, explaining it's fine, blah blah blah. Sometimes you have to be strong with them to make them understand, you know, you're going to the wrong direction, come back to the reason. and then sometimes you just have to be like calm with them, being a captain, you know, like leading them in a good way, make them trust you is the most important thing as an IGL. If your player don't trust you, the team is not gonna work. Simple as that, because you're just gonna drop some call and they're not gonna listen to you.
Oh, that's true.
It's the most hardest part, or I think, of a recognizable IGL, in my opinion, is getting the trust from the player, getting the recognition that you need to be able to operate a team, and at the end of the day, you know, like whatever win or lose, always telling your team that, you know, it's fine, still not finished, etc. Like reorganizing things, fixing things, and come back to the battle, and then, you know. That's both important things, you know. And yeah, after like well, each IGL has his style, obviously, but like tactic or whatever. But yeah, no, that's a lot of hard work, I think, to be IGL. But I saw some, like, for I've played with people in fun, like some friends, you know, like some people have good idea, you know, etc. But like I said, if you don't have the personality to be an IGL, like you don't have the charisma for it, it's complicated to be trusted or listen, you know. Even if you maybe feel, you know, if you play with player that you can trust, it's fine. But I used to play sometimes with players that are double face a bit. They say, hey, you call good, yeah. And after in the back, they're like, no, you know, and then when you learn this after, you're like, okay, that's how it is. But, but you learn, listen. I think for an IGL, what's important is that you fail. It can be harsh to say like this, but you need to fail a lot. You need to make wrong call. You need to make wrong tactics to fix them and understand how to fix your problem as an IGL too. And obviously after you have the individual skill that come with it, you know, like before in CSGO it was pretty much normal to have an IGL that don't frag, like at the past, you know. Like back in 5-6 years ago, having like IGL who don't frag, it's pretty much common, you know. Now I think IGL need to have a standard level with the current, like Valorant or CSGO. I think the IGL need to have a current level, maybe not up to your star player, but at least you need to put headshot even if you lead at the same time, you know. But for Valorant, I think I really feel good individually. I always play support, whatever game. I always play the agent for support my team. So on CSGO, I was support player, like flashing, smoking for my teammate. Always, you know. I never been the mentality of a star player. I don't know how to entry. I don't know how to star player. I don't know how to do that. I just know how to support, putting my teammates in good condition, giving them the best position to be comfortable, and then just doing what I can to help them. And I think it goes well. Like I say, individually, I think it's fine. My stats are pretty fine actually, and I'm really counting on keeping it that way, you know. So I really hard work to keep that consistency, both as an IGL, as captain, as an individual player, of course.
Oh, that is really, really wholesome words coming out here. So what about as a player? How did you get good as a player? Like, what's your rank on Valorant actually?
For the rank system in Valorant, I'm kind of not being friend with the rank system in Valorant. So, I mean, even in CSGO, I was not a tryharder of Faceit and like ESE and stuff like this. I was not someone who played like this. I was mostly my head in the demo and my head in the deathmatch and scream. So I know there's a lot of Faceit pugger out there, but I'm not into that kind of things, and Valorant is the same. I'm not the kind of person who is gonna play 10 ranked by day, you know. I play 1 or 2 ranked, I'm already fine. Plus the state of the ranked as it is now give me a really bad headache, I would say. So I don't know what Riot reserve us for, like the next update, you know, like the episode, the next episode, what they're gonna change for the rank. But for now, you know, I'm just like between Immortal and Radiant, like close to the Radiant but really far from the Immortal. But it's not something that, you know, I see some Diamond 3 player who doesn't need to be shy of Immortal player because the system is not operational anyway, you know. So, you know, I don't care about ranked at the end.
All right, there we go.
Yeah.
So how did you get good?
So I did good. The same as you work for an IGL, you need to work on yourself. So as an individual player, what you need to understand is obviously how to control every gun, I guess, how to control a spray, when to like tap and when to spray, what situation you have to strafe hard or what situation you have to strafe slow, etc. Crosshair placement obviously is the most important thing. In my opinion, there is a lot of free kill you can get with crosshair placement. A lot of free kill. If you just have a good crosshair placement but some really weird movement, you can still get killed. Mostly in Valorant with the run and gun that need to be nerfed, by the way. but yeah, I mean, I mean, this is for the first part, and the second part is the movement. Like the movement, how to place yourself. Oh, this is happening on the map. How I place myself depend of my teammate. Is there crossfire? Can I trade my teammate? If not, then I should move my ass over there, blah, 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 you know? Like, it's really like the two things that make you good as an individual player. And one more thing that people keep forgetting, the communication, obviously. You can be the greatest AMer in the world and stuff. If your communication is bad with your teammates, you're a bad teammate, definitely. So you always need to communicate what you're doing. You only need to say what's happening, etc. Always talking, giving the right information. Not too much, but not at all. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Need to have the correct info. Need to be reactive. All of this, and there's three things united, like AM, movement, communication, and teamwork. Obviously, part of the communication makes you a good player and makes you like worth it in a team. You know, whatever agent you play, whatever position you play, you will always find a place in a team if your communication is good, if your teamwork is good, etc. You cannot be good everywhere. For example, for me, I don't think that my AM is that good, but my crosshair placement is pretty fair. My movement are, in my opinion, pretty fair also for a support player. You like communication as an AGL, you have no choice to be good at communication. But obviously, you know, you cannot be good 100%. You can try to be like trying to be good in everything, but it's impossible to be excellent in all of this. But it's depend of where you want to head as a teammate. If you want to be a support, you rather work your communication and your movement, obviously, because you're gonna be always with stuff in hand trying to help your teammate. If you want to be an entry, then work your comms and your AM, definitely. Don't really like your movement a bit, but definitely your AM. You know, it's really depend of which, like, who are you as a player, your DNA, but also what you want to be in the game, you know?
Oh man, it was so nice hearing that. Okay. Let's go with a little out of the box question here. Do you have a girlfriend?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
Okay. Does she play Valorant?
She's not.
Oh, doesn't play Valorant. Look, let's say she does play Valorant. Like, how would you compliment them or your girlfriend that played Valorant if she does a good play? What would you say to her?
Well, first of all, she need to know how to handle a keyboard and mouse at first. That would be great.
But let's pretend she does play Valorant and she did something good. What would you say? What would you say?
I mean, I'm not in the mood of runner, but I'm just gonna compliment her in a good way and just saying like you do it in the good way. You can maybe do that better, blah blah blah. Like my problem, I think, is that I'm perfectionist. Like some people will say, "Oh, you guys did a good round," and we say, "Yeah, we did, but it could have been better." You know, we forget this detail, and we should have done that better. You know, and I think that this perfectionist thing here is really important in a team. I think you need to have that at some point to, you know, you cannot always stay on your routine. You need to have this. You know, sometimes this little kick, you know, who say, dude, you forget your details here. Don't forget it. It can make the strat definitely more better just by adding one more thing, you know. But yeah, I mean, I will always compliment people who do good, and if people do bad, you know, I'm not the kind of person who's gonna like be like, oh, you did bad, you know, don't do it again. I'm just gonna be, no, you did bad, dude. Go review your thing. that was not good, you know. I'm kind of a straight person, but I think that people like it because I never have really that much complaint about it, you know. I think it's motivate more than another thing, you know, in the way of my way of talking. Like, you did it, but just go to work again and come back to me once you know your stuff, you know, basically. But yeah, no, I mean, that's how I am. But I think that people never complain about it. Like I said, it's motivate. I think it's a big motivation to have someone behind you, you know, like this, who always tell you what you did wrong, you know, and not just gonna say you did good just because he's your friend, you know. At the end, we just want all to win, you know, like everyone want to win, you know. So I'm just trying my best to make the team work, and my player just focus on what they have to focus. Yeah. But for the original question, yeah, for the girlfriend thingy, for the girlfriend thingy,
she's waiting.
Yeah, she's waiting. Yeah. No, I will always. I think I will be more soft because she's not a teammate. Obviously, she's a girlfriend, and I will just like. If she want to improve, I can spend a lot of time getting her improve, you know, like in the game. But I will always be a good person. Like, if you do good, I compliment you. Don't worry.
All right. So give me a line that you would say to her.
Line. What kind of line? You know, like.
Oh, nice one, baby. Oh.
No, I think yeah, I could say a nice one, keep it up, you know, stuff like this, you know, like stay focused, stay focused, do it again next round, it was perfect, stuff like this, you know.
Okay.
Keep the same timing, keep the same thing, you know, and if you do it wrong, you say it's fine, you can try again, you did it before, you can do it again, you know, stuff like this. Okay,
so that's what your girlfriend would hear when she does something good.
Yeah, probably. No, I think so, yeah. I'm fair. With my teammate, it's more hype, you know, like more... Like, when I'm really in a good match, it's gonna be like more some big let's go dropping out when it's like really important round. But not every round, you know. I'm someone who... I mean, I'm gonna drop a let's go when the let's go is needed. You can drop a let's go every round, but don't forget to not lose your focus. That's the mistake I did before. I always like let's go every round, even on an eco, and then I realized it was just making lose focus too much on my teammates. You know, I'm dropping the let's go when it's needed, and most of the time when my teammate get too much excited, I'm just, guys, it's just one round, calm down, let's buy the round, we do this. You know, like trying to keep them focused, you know, it's really important. And it's more important with Kantic because I have young players. When they're in a round, they are like screaming and stuff. I'm like, chill, guys. It's just one round. They still have money. They have ult. It's not over, you know.
Oh, ult as well, Valorant.
So yeah, it's not over, you know. So yeah, I have the foot on my earth, but when the hype is needed, I am here for it. No problem.
Okay. Can I hear you say the let's go, the big hype, let's go? Can I hear you do it?
I'm gonna wake up people. It's gonna be encore.
Oh, really?
It's gonna be encore, no? The saying it like this?
Can you try? Like, even if it's just a quieter one? Or...
No, it's gonna be like, let's go, guys!
Yeah, there we go. Let's go. Okay, thank you. All right, that's it for me, man. Right now, it's the time for you and all you. You can say anything you want for everyone out there to hear. So it could be fans or a plug for yourself. The floor is yours, man.
Okay, so but first of all, thank you for the Vietnam community who always welcome me well despite not being Vietnamese, you know. This is still important to mention it. Obviously, like, thank you to the people who follow me. Like, my mother follow me a lot actually, which is quite cool. My father sometimes get interesting in, so yeah, thank you to them. They're always supportive. Like, I never have any, like, sometimes yes, when before I had some backlash, but now I still thank them because they are supportive, obviously. And thank you obviously to my teammates, all of them, whatever team they were on, to trust me, because I know that some of them are here because I helped them a lot in the past, and I think they still like thank me if I meet them again. And obviously my teammate in Kantic for trusting me, because obviously it's always nice to have a team who trusts you, always listen and going into your direction. So thanks to them, obviously. And after, yeah, thanks to Params, because Params has been cool with me, by the way, to create my profile and stuff. And yeah, I mean, overall, I'm pretty happy with what's happening right now for my sport career. And I just feel I'm like really far from be over, you know. Whatever it will be, player or coach, I'm really far from be over, you know. Whatever team. Whatever, yeah. So yeah, basically. Yeah.
All good, man.
So So that's it, man. You.
All right.
Except if you have one more question, one more bonus question, maybe. No, I don't know.
I mean, maybe we could think something out here. Hey, all right. Thank you, Imcarnus, for being here. This will be the end of our interview. If you guys have any questions or suggestions for the future, leave it in the comments below. And leave a like and a subscribe. Don't forget to follow KJC Esports as well on our socials, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Catch us live on Twitch as we stream our scrims and other content. You can find me shoutcasting some as well. Oh, don't forget to follow. You can find Imcarnus here on Twitter as well. So that's Twitter at Imcarnus, right?
Yes,
Pretty much. All right. So I hope to see you again someday, Imcarnus. Till next time, this has been KJC Into the Scene.